on what's doing, guys? Back for another fresh final review. And tonight we're doing another ultra fresh review here of the X Plus Large Monster Series Seabozu. Seabozu, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. Right? Good. Seabozu is from episode 35 of the 1966 show, Ultraman, episode 35, The Monster Graveyard, okay? So, let's talk about the obvious things here about this figure, and it is the skeletal look that he has. So, I love it. When I first saw this creature, be it via figures and maybe some promotional stuff for the episode, I'm like, what is that monster? And I wanted to know so much more about it because I love the design here. I really dig this design. It is just so different looking. I mean, most Ultra Kaiju are very different and vast, from anything that we're used to in the Godzilla franchise. This really got my attention. This made me like, wow, what is that? I want to know more about it, okay? So, I knew it was an Ultraman, so I was like, I gotta watch a show, and I can't wait to see the episode that Seabozu appears. And episode 35, The Monster Graveyard, basically the science patrol is out in space, and, they see, all the souls of the monsters that Ultraman defeated or sent them into space. So they're like in literally a monster graveyard. There's, different kaiju floating around in space. It's pretty kind of sad, actually, a little bit. It's like, because, you've seen some monsters that we saw earlier in the show, and we're going back, oh, look, there's, such and such. And, I can't remember which ones were there. But, and then Seabozu's floating out there. So, as far as the episode goes, Seabozu got back. He made it to Earth, and all he wanted to do was go back to space, and it was priceless. I felt bad for the poor mosquito, as my grandmother would say. Because he's like, he just wants to go back to space. He wants to go home, and, So, check out the episode. Let's talk about the figure. This is not a Reborn figure. X Plus. Giacomo, please, make a Reborn one. Only because I'll buy it anyways. This figure it came in the blister pack. There is no articulation with this version, but it is one of the earlier releases of the Ultra Kaiju, okay? So, I love it. It is a great figure. I want to get like another couple representations of it. I might pick up Bandai or whatnot, but different story. I love the design. He looks like a skeleton. His face is kind of horrifying looking. He's got a couple horns up here on the head. 3 of them right there. His teeth are very jagged. His face is really terrifying. There are no eyes, but you would be able to relate to the face. There's eyes here on the sides, a couple nostrils, and whatnot. He's got arms, he's got hands, legs, and everything. One other feature that I love about this figure is, and the design of the kaiju, alien, I guess we would say is an alien, is these spikes on his back. Tell me what they look like, which is really familiar for us, right? They look like Godzilla dorsal plates a little bit. Yeah, that's what, to me, it looks, I'm pretty sure they took dorsal plates from a Godzilla suit and just, slapped them up on here and made them, part of Seabozu. Okay, so I really dig that. Tail, he's got a little, looks like something that you'd pinch off in the bowl if you ask me, but he's got this little skeletal looking tail, and that's it for the tail. So really, really awesome. I love this figure. It is so different. I love the character and everything. One thing I will say is you got to make sure he's level because his weight, he could either go forward or he could lean backwards on his heels. So if you wobble your shelf unit, there's a chance he could fall over, lean forward or whatnot. If he goes backwards, he'll just, put all the weight on his tail. So that's not too bad. But this fits pretty good in scale with the rest of the 25 centimeter Large Monster Series Ultra Kaiju line. Now, mind you, the blister pack figures for the Ultra figures, they are a little bit smaller than what the rest of the series is for X Plus in the Reborns. So if X Plus did a Reborn version of this, I'd imagine it will be a little bit bigger, probably like 2 centimeters bigger. But I love the size of this. I don't really have any issues with this figure at all. As if you can't tell, I love it. So Seabozu, skeletal design, black, white, easy peasy, disturbing looking and yet very intriguing looking. It also kind of reminds me of Monster X from Godzilla Final Wars, You know, if I had to touch base on that real quick, you know, I do like the design of Monster X. I wish he stayed Monster X and transforming into what he transformed into, but that's a different story for another day. But anyway, I love this design. So the arms, the hands actually rotate at the wrists, but that is it. There is no other points of movement here on the figure. It's a solid figure. Really, really good. I dig it. Okay, so that is, should we do a size comparison? Yeah, let's bring up Naranga, who we did a review. That was our last concurrent review. You know, so these fit in scale pretty good. Seabozu stands a little bit taller, only because Naranga is hunched over a little bit. You know, so pretty good, right? Bam. Okay, goodbye Naranga. And that is Seabozu. Make sure you check me out on freshvinylhq.com. I'm slowly building a Ultraman X Plus database along with other things that I'm slowly working on. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram. I'll, you know, do all those crazy things, and the Vine and the Snapchat. You can hit me up on Snapchat at Mr. Fresh Vinyl, Instagram, Twitter, Mr. Fresh Vinyl. If you guys want to shoot the breeze, hit me up or whatever. And check me out on Facebook. If you guys got questions, leave something in the comment section, and I will see you on my next Fresh Vinyl review. Thank you for watching. Bam!